Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SEL0320. I am back again for a brand new TV review. This time around is going to be of Gotham. The brand new episode came out tonight. It was really interesting, especially coming off of last week's episode, because I saw the preview of Fish, because we all know that the last episode, Falcone found out that she was the one that orchestrated everything, implanted Liza. And he not only did he kill Eliza in front of him, but he banished her basically to go get killed or executed or whatever, tortured. And I just saw the preview and I was like, what in the world is going on? And so this one, it starts off right from that preview and I was like, wow. Jada was the standout star of this episode. And I mean, just from the fact that she owns the role of Fish Mooney so well, is that there's a point where she's about to get tortured and she's just grinning and laughing, and like there was never a point where I heard her cry, yell. And I mean, even I've seen some tough cookies like actually be in a role as like the fierce person, whatever, like they get hit or something like that. They might, like, you hear a feministic like yell or whatever. She didn't care. She is insane. I think there was one point, I think the guy had put something over her head. He put like a plastic bag over her head, and you thinks that she's about to die. And after he removes it, he decides he's about to start torturing again. But basically, she's just smiling and laughing, like we're not acquainted yet. This is not it. I was like, dude, she is running she's running the way that she's portraying this character very well. The name of this episode is Welcome Back, Jim Gordon, I believe. And it centers around this synopsis. When a key witness in a homicide ends up dead while being held for questioning by the police, Gordon suspects that it's an inside job and looks to an old friend for information. And if y'all remember who was the only other person that said old friend, you can probably guess who that is. So this episode was really interesting because it shows that there are deeper levels of evil in Gotham that you don't realize. I mean, I know the commissioner just showed his face last week and Gordon really pissed him off. But you find out that if any of y'all looked at year one of Batman, the cartoon, or even if you read the comic books, you'll understand what I mean by this. But Flash was introduced last week when he was really being a jerk to Edward Nygma, which he's a jerk to him this time. I have a theory about it. I'll talk about it later. But in this one, like, he's implicated in potentially being part of what's going on. And there's a lot of drug dealings going back and forth. But Gordon, he's a do-gooder. He's not going to stand for something to happen like that. But you find out that there are levels that Gordon don't even understand. Like, even I think the regular captain had told him, like, look, there are people that are over me and that you haven't even seen yet, and behind the scenes kinds of evil. And it's crazy because when you first look at the first episode of Gotham, you see that, and this is a cesspool of just evil, you know what I'm saying? And I thought these people were bad. Like, I thought that Bullock was corrupt. But when I understood the levels and the depths of these people would go, I think I should have understood that when Zaz came to the police department and he was about to kill Gordon. Like, I should have known that, like, it was that bad. But looking at it in this episode, by the end of it, and the way that Flash's relationship with Gordon, and I guess in the long term, that's going to be something that's going to be moved on even further later on as Gordon moves up on the ranks. But yeah, Flash, he's an interesting character if they take it the right way. I think that it didn't do too much as far as acting on this one, but he set the standard for, okay, well, there's more to this than what you really can understand or comprehend. But what everything goes into then is what's going on with Fish and Penguin. Now, Fish and Penguin, like, I mean, it's a make or break kind of thing. She claims she made him. I made you, you made me first. Yeah, Batman reference, sorry. But that's their relationship. And, like, she hates him. Like, she can't stand, like, just how slimy he is and the fact that he betrayed her, and he just doesn't give a care. And he relishes in just making her feel like she can't win, you know what I'm saying? And the character Penguin is so interesting when you think that this man is like groveling, and there's a point where he's literally to the point where he's like kissing somebody's feet. At a second, like you realize that this all is just a means to an end. Like he understands that he'll go as low as he has to get to where he needs to, and that encompasses the role of Penguin. Even when I think of a fat, pudgy, dark, disgusting fish-eating penguin. And by the way, yeah, somebody made a reference last week that penguins eat fish, which is really interesting and funny. But the fact that that is the way that his character is supposed to be brought out, he just, oh my gosh, Robin Taylor just does it such an amazing well. But Jada in this one, she was the standout. I mean, by far, like, especially when the torture sequences was going on, and then a little bit later on, you start finding out other revelations about her character. It's really awesome to see. But I think that, which is even weirder, is the relationship with Penguin and his mom. Like, I don't even know. I've never seen anything like it. Like, it shows why the way he is mentally. But it's just really interesting because there was a point where I think Jim Gordon was introduced to Penguin's mom, and she just holds out her hand like this, like she was like, "I want to kiss your hand." It was really funny moments. But the theory that I had is that every person has a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? And the characters that have not submitted themselves to the dark side are Selena Kyle, Poison Ivy, Edward Nygma. You know what I'm saying? Like, these characters, they haven't submitted themselves to the dark side. I mean, Penguin has. He relishes in it. He loves it, you know? But somebody like Edward Nygma, who is a sociopath in a sense, but he does things to good, you know? And, like, he believes truly that people like him, or that Jim Gordon loves him as a friend, you know what I'm saying? And even when Jim had to get sent out, like, you could tell, like, there was a connection there that he was having with. It's really interesting that all these villains have some kind of connection to Jim Gordon, but we're eventually going to be connections to Batman, which is really interesting. And Jim Gordon even has, like, this kind of Batman tone to his voice. It's really weird. But I digress. But my theory is, the more that Edward keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and this girl that he's really, I think, really falling for really hard, and he doesn't really know how to really articulate himself the right kind of way to win her over. I think that if she denies him in the wrong kind of way, or turns out to be this or that, I think there's more to her character than just that. If he snaps, I wouldn't doubt it. I really wouldn't, because that is the road ahead for his character. And I know there's going to have to be a turning point where he's going to start being on the side of evil versus the side of good. And I think right now he's at a transition where he feels obligated to want to help. And it's even with Penguin too, because Penguin, honestly, if he was really smart about what he really wants to do and just really just turns over everything to the darkness, then he would just kill Jim Gordon and Bullet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have it done. Then you'll find out, like, the power that Penguin has towards the end of it when Gordon is faced with something that happens. But this was a really good episode. This is really different. I didn't expect certain things. I think the part that I didn't, not that I didn't like it, I wish that they would add more to it, is the relationship with Selena and Bruce. I think that I know why they did it, is because they're trying to show that Alfred has perpetuated Bruce into this kind of fierce exterior of not being emotionless and not letting anything hurt and stuff like that. And I think that something happens with their relationship with Selena and with Bruce that, to me, I didn't like it, because I really like them as friends, as companions and partners and stuff like that. And I know why it happened, and I know that somebody was lying about the way they did it, but it was kind of a downer, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I just had Bruce come back, and now, you know, he's alone again, or kind of in a sense, you know. But all in all, I really liked the episode. I think I give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. And hopefully y'all enjoyed my review for Gotham episode, was this 13 this time, I think this is 13. Because I think last week's was 12. Yeah, this is 13. If y'all enjoyed the episode too, please let me know. Leave your comments below. If you like this, leave a like. please subscribe. I'm gonna have more stuff coming out. I'm sorry I've been so slack. I had a video yesterday I did, but I had certain problems with the connections, and then I'm gonna have to edit the video all over again. So, but what that video is gonna be about is all the different DC, Marvel characters that are the actors that are bringing up into these new roles. And so I've talked about that, and I'm gonna bring that out online at some point, hopefully today or tomorrow. But anyway, this is SCL0220 signing out. This is another Gotham exclusive. Y'all have a blessed evening, blessed day, blessed night. And if y'all are in the winter storm, please be safe, keep your family safe. If you gotta stay home, stay home. Later, everybody. Woo!